Tutorial time, here comes the winner. Intro, here we go. So this is relatively straightforward. We start with 2 chords, then we've got a little twiddly bit up on your 12th fret. So your first chord is 7th fret, 2nd string, 7th fret, 3rd string, skip out your 4th string, 7th fret, 5th string, and we play that over an open E string. So it's, and then your little finger just moves up onto the 8th fret and then back again. So and that is followed by 2 notes on your A string, which are 5 and 7. So and then we go back to that chord again, but when your little finger's up on 8. So then your next chord is a bit like a C shape, but not quite. We go 5th fret, top string, open B, 6th fret, 3rd string, skip out your 4th string, want to try and mute that one, and then 7th fret on your 5th string, and open bottom string. And you get this chord. And the note that moves on that one is this finger, your middle finger note needs to move up 1 fret. So if you put your little finger on and take it off again, so. So those 2. And then we move all the way up to your 12th fret and do a little bar across your 4 strings, and we play. So your little finger does 15 and 14 on your top string, so it's 12, and then those 2 notes, and then we repeat the whole thing, and second time round we just go back to 12 again on the end. So all together. And that's your intro. So after that section we turn up your volume, turn up the gain a little bit, and we are on power chords. Bottom string, 3, 5 and 7. And then we're down to an open E power chord. So, and we do that again. The third time we do 3, 5, and then we jump up to what's like an E minor run, which goes 15, 14, 12, 15, 14, 12, 14, 12, 12, 14. And then we're back to, and that's the end of your chorus bit. Quite easy, that bit. And then your next section, we play that first chord again, like from the very start of the song. And on top of that chord we have which is 7, 8 on your 2nd string, 7 on your top string, and back to 8 again. So. Played with strums. And then we move down to 5th fret on your A string, that's your D note, and the top bit is very similar. And we move up to 10th fret. So. I think there's just one guitar doing, and another one playing some chords, but I like to sort of meld the 2 together. Okay, so next up we have a little lead section, which goes like this. Another quite straightforward one. E minor again, we go 15, 14, 12, and then skip to 12 on your 2nd string. and then repeat those 3 notes, and then we just move those onto your B string 4 times. So and on the end of that we do that little E minor run that we did in the chorus, and that is followed by a minor third on B, which is 14th fret on your 5th string, and a 12 on your 4th string. Then we move that down to a major third on a G, which is 10th fret and 9th fret. And from there we're into which goes 7th fret on your A string, followed by an open D string, and then back to that 7. And then 11 on your 3rd, down to 7 on your 3rd, down to 9 on your 4th. So, and repeat that. And then your next bit is just 2 12s on your 2nd and 3rd string. So, and it does that lots of times, and then it turns the gain right down and does it again, but with a more clean sound. And that ends on just an open E, followed by a little harmonic pattern, which goes, which is harmonics on your 12th fret on your G, and then 7th fret on your D, and then we go same again but on your B and G, and then we do 12 on your B and 12 on your top. And that's the end of that section. Then from there we're into your first proper chordy bit, which is C major 7, followed by a G major 7, followed by an E minor, followed by a G major 7 over B. So those chords again are C major 7, which is 5, no it's not, which is 3, 5, 4, 5, and then to a G major 7, which is a bar on the 3rd fret, and then we go 5 on your A, and then 2 4s on your 4th and 3rd string. And then from there to E minor, which is 7th fret with an A minor shape. And then if you stick with that bar but move it all the way to your bottom string, all we need to do is take your middle finger off and move your little finger to the 10th fret on your A. And that's it for your chords. Your next section carries on with your chords a little bit. We do that C major 7 again, followed by 7th fret on your 3rd string, and then we do an A minor 7, followed by that 7 again, but we drop it back to a 5. And you repeat that. And then we stop, there's a little pause, and we're back into and then back through those chords again, and back through that bit again, and from there it just changes the notes that we play. So instead of going down to that 5, we play a 4 and a 5 on your D string. So it's And then we end on a C major 7. And that's it. Here comes the winner.